scared the crap out of me. If I watched this at night, I watched it in the daytime, thank the Lord. But if I watched it at night, I probably would have been freaked out even more.
Holy spoiler alert!
Basically what we did was we all decided on a show that we haven't seen yet. That's just something that we've heard about. Swamp Thing was the show here. So what we all did was just on the first episode kind of give our takes on it and let you guys know so you may pursue it or not.
Oh yeah, it's basically just watch the first episode and we're just going to tell each other if it's worth it to even go the next episode. That's why it's called
Exactly.
Is It Worth It?
Yeah. This starts off dark, which I kind of liked. It's different. Almost all like the superhero movies or shows, excuse me, kind of build up until like the accident or what happened. Literally, you get all that in the first episode. So it just starts off and it's whoa, this dude got impaled by a tree. What's going on?
I thought it was set up pretty well. Like, I really felt the whole backwaters of America type of situation they were in. And it was like this very swampish feel, definitely.
I think an overarching thing for me was the pace was slower than I wanted it to be.
I actually totally agree with you. For me, it starts strong and strong. But, like, there's a lot of in-between that could have been worked out better. Like, honestly, for me, it was the chemistry between the main act, like, the scientist man biologist in the swamp and the CDC lady. And you just know that this is the couple. This is gonna be the superhero couple. They were just flirting nonstop, like flirting, like it's just line after line after line of flirting. I'm like, they just kept going. Then I realized, oh, that's why, because of the ending, because they can't do that anymore after this episode.
I'm worried, very worried that the show is not gonna be focused around him. It's going to be like horror movie, like Jason.
No, it's because they are going for the horror movie vibe, right? So if they go that end, that's actually how it's supposed to be. Like, the best part of Jaws is not seeing Jaws. It's the anticipation of Jaws.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just worried that he's not going to get a lot of screen time. That's only my thing.
No, but I like this because we could be completely wrong about everything we just said.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, literally the next episode, and it's like literally Swamp Thing walking around the town, like doing all his powers and stopping robbers. Could totally be that, and we don't know.
You never know. You never know.
But yeah, based on this first episode, I guess is it time to ask the question: Is it worth
it?
Personally, like, I would watch it. And just because it's like my cup of tea. I love horror movie, and just that scene in the morgue, or no, not the morgue, in the hospital. Was it? No, it was the morgue. It was during the autopsy.
Yeah, that's the morgue.
I was like, I'd watch this just for the prop horror, because that was terrifying to me. And just props to the prop team. Like, it was well done. It was terrifying. Other than so I'd like to see more of what they could do. Like, if they could do that to that thing, like what can you do with the actual Swamp Thing?
Yeah,
I'd love to see that. But other than that, like, for me, the story is kind of straightforward. Like, I don't think there'd be it's like Arrow. Like, I could kind of tell where Arrow was going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I could be wrong. I would love it. If I was wrong. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Right? But,
that's why I'm scared too, because Arrow and Flash all started really well, and then it kind of didn't.
This isn't CW, I'm sure. So
yeah. I agree with Wancho though. Personally, I like against the grain stuff that are like different. It's dark. I watched this. I said, "What the f?" It scared the crap out of me. If I watched this at night, I watched it in the daytime, thank the Lord. But if I watched it at night, I probably would have been freaked out even more. You can tell they're going to milk the backstory of the main female role, which is interesting. But I would love to know more about the scientist, Alec. But overall, it wasn't bad.
It's familiar enough that you don't get turned off right away, but it's also different enough that you don't get turned off right away. You know what I mean? Like, it gave you a taste of what you could expect immediately instead of giving you the townsfolk first, because that would have been boring. They gave you the creepy side. They actually showed you the vines and kind of like the thematic feel that you'd be getting throughout the series from the very beginning, from the first scene. They showed you, okay, this is going to be gory, which kind of caught me by surprise. I'm also glad that I watched this during the day. The beginning and end were compelling enough for me to say I would at least give this one more episode before continuing. So for me, yeah, worth a watch. At least
I think the second episode.
At least one more episode. That's
the second episode's gonna show you or not where I think the direction's gonna go.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, the first one's the pilot. They obviously put a lot into it, So
yeah,
the second episode's gonna, I think, say the tone.
I like that as a rating system. Just go like, oh, is it worth a watch? No. Then let's watch the second episode, and based on the first, oh my god, let's finish the entire thing.
Yeah, we'll figure out our scale, right? But like with Swamp Thing, not as compelling, but there might be something here. But at the same time, you kind of get the sense like, okay, maybe there's a reason why this didn't go longer than a season. Yeah, so yeah, give it a second episode as our rating for this one.
Yes.
I like this.